friends, welcome to the ultimate doing book stuff video. Oh my gosh, we have so much coming up. We have not one, not two, but 3 book hauls in this video. That was not planned. I thought there was going to be one, and then I had a second one, and I thought that was it. And then I had a third one. A lot of new books coming in this video. We also go to a thriller book event convention. There was book signings, book talks, you'll see all of that. I do a full bookshelf reorganisation. We have a blind date with a book, so unwrapping a mystery book. I will leave timestamps in the description if you want to jump around a little bit, but I think this is a fun video. I think you should stick around and watch it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you at the end of it. Enjoy! I just got in from work, and on the way home from work, I may or may not have done some book shopping. I had such a hectic shift. So on the way home, I was like, I normally don't finish in time. I normally work really late, so I normally get home from work midnight, but I had a much earlier shift than normal today, and I finished in time to actually go to the shops. And I have such an amazing stretch of charity shops on my way home. Well, okay, they're literally in the opposite direction to the way home, but they're walkable, so it counts. I pop into these charity shops a lot, and it's always hit or miss. Sometimes you find amazing books, sometimes you find really, really popular books, sometimes you find books you've not heard of but that sound amazing, and then sometimes you have no luck. Not today. Today I had such good luck. I've got a little stack here. There were so many more I could have got, but I am being so strict with myself at the moment. So these are the books that I said, okay, I have to have these, I'm gonna get them. So first up, I literally can't believe I found this, and perfect condition as well. I found Next of Kin by Bonam-Young. Other than the tiniest little fold on the corner, it is basically perfect condition. As we all know, I have very much been in a romance slump recently, but I think I'm finally coming out the other end of that. And I'm really excited for this because I've heard that this one is, obviously it's a romance, but I've heard there's a really big plot as well. And the plot is to do with, I think these two guys both are trying to adopt or have adopted their younger siblings. So it's kind of them learning how to parent their siblings. So it's kind of those dynamics. I've heard it's really heavy on the plot as well as the romance. So I think I will really, really like that. So I am genuinely so chuffed that I managed to find that. This next one, I know that my library has the audiobook for, and I was planning to audiobook it, and I may still, but I saw this cover and I was like, no, she's coming home with me because it is stunning. And that is Mad Honey by Jodi, Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. And is this not absolutely stunning? This book I actually have only heard of from when Hayley, Des and Sarah did their 24-hour readathon all together. They all read this, and to be honest, I don't really remember what their thoughts were. I have a feeling only Destiny finished it, but I heard them talking about it and I think it sounds so up my alley. It's the shortest blurb ever, but from what I know, we're following a girl who dies and then her boyfriend is on trial for her murder, and I think it's from the perspective of his mum. So it's his mum kind of trying to figure out whether to stand by her son or trying to figure out if her son actually did do it. And that's all that's on the blurb. I feel like I've read a slightly more in-depth synopsis somewhere else. I just think it sounds like something that I'm really, really going to enjoy. So may audiobook it, may read it physically, but either way, I just wanted to own it. I just think it's so stunning. And last but not least, I got this one in the Florence Nightingale Hospice charity shop. My friend read this and really, really enjoyed it, and that is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. This one follows Martha. It says she is a writer, which that is an immediate box tick for me. I love stories about writers. I think it's just a classic literary fiction story about a woman struggling and I love books about that. I don't even really know what it's about, but I just think it sounds amazing. There was one line in the blurb that made me really want to read it. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, it says, maybe Martha is just someone who finds it harder to be alive than most people. That just got me. I was like, that sounds like a book that I will adore. I love literary fictions about women trying their best and going through life, and I don't know if that counts as a genre, but if that is a genre, that is my favourite genre. kind of going into this pretty blind. I haven't even honestly read the blurb fully, but I just think it sounds like something I will adore. And so yeah, that is the 3 latest books added to my TBR. Actually, we've got quite a nice colour scheme going on there. I am genuinely so excited for all 3 of these books. Alright folks, we are finally doing the job that I've been putting off for weeks. Look at the state of these. They don't even look that bad, but my primary issue is that the last time I did these, I had less books. I have since acquired more books through no fault of my own, probably. And we need to tackle this. And I don't really know where to start. I have an entire TBR cart full of books. I have a bunch down here. I kind of have books everywhere. I don't really know how we're going to fit them all on here. I'm going to stick with the rainbow shelves for now because I do like them, but they are a pain to upkeep, I will say. So I think maybe I'll start by sorting everything into colour, question mark. Is that a good idea? I feel like this is a slightly odd angle. No one look at my roots.
Pick a movie, I'll pick you up, we'll go eat sushi.
Everything is now in rainbow order, although I have put them exactly where I need to stand, so that's not ideal. I think I'm just gonna start. We're gonna go red and just work our way along, and I don't know, hopefully it works out. I don't know.
Or we'll go downtown, with our best moves we can boogie. Oh.
Gosh, okay.
My, oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, oh my, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us.
Alright, I finished the first row. It's not perfect, but I feel like it's alright. I think it looks okay. We've got My Dark Vanessa, Boy Parts, and Bunny on display. All 5-star reads for me. Love those books. I think I'm gonna get changed because I am roasting a little bit. And then we're gonna move into the green and blue books, which is always the most difficult because there are so many.
We are goofy, playing tag in the jacuzzi. We'll go upstairs, with our best moves we get groovy.
Alright, we've done row 2. We've done all of the green into the blue, into the navy. I have 3 random navy ones left, so I'm gonna have to move those somewhere. But guess what? I've lost all and any interest in doing this, so I'm gonna take a break. Hopefully we come back to it today, if not tomorrow.
My, oh my, we both look so fly, like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us. My, oh my, when we drive on by, they just can't deny. Yeah, they wanna be like us.
Alright, it's a significant while later. I have finally finished. I really wanted to keep displaying Cleopatra and Frankenstein and A Bright Ray of Darkness because I love both of those books and I had them on display before, but alas, no room. What can you do? But yeah, I think it's alright. It's not like perfect, the colour matches aren't perfect, but it's just not that deep, is it? And this is what I have to keep reminding myself because I could be here for hours like worrying about it, but it's just never that deep. They're bookshelves, it doesn't really matter. So I think that is us done for the day. I will pass you over to whatever is next in this video. Guys, I've got a second book haul for you. I saw my friend Sophie a few days ago and she had offered me these books like months and months ago and I kind of forgot about it because obviously I've seen her between them, but I think we both just kind of forgot. And I was at her house the other day and she was like, oh, I put these books aside for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. I completely forgot that she'd asked if I wanted them. And I finally have them and I'm so excited. So, second book haul. Me and her have very, very similar book taste. She likes a weird literary fiction just as much as me, so I'm hoping some of these are going to be very much up my alley. So first up we have Her Body and Other Parties, and I remember when Sophie was reading this. It was when we were living together at the time and she would always like tell me about these short stories. I was always very, very intrigued, so I'm excited to finally get my hands on it. As I say, it is a collection of short stories. The only one that I know anything about is she said there is a story where it gives a breakdown of every single episode of, is it Suits? Law and Order. She said she didn't know if it was fictional or the actual episodes, but they're like vignettes of every single episode of every season, I think. So I don't know if it's the actual plot. I've never seen Law and Order. I guess if I'm about to read a summary of the entire thing, I probably won't, or maybe it'll get me really into it, who knows. But that's the only one I know anything about. Other than that, I don't know anything about this collection, but I remember her really, really enjoying it. And such a cool cover, such a cool title, so yeah, I'm excited for that one. Then a book that I have not heard of at all, but has such a cool cover, and that is Acts of Service by Lillian Fishman. And I think this is, again, another messy, weird literary fiction. And I think it's about women in their 20s, which, as we know, is my favourite genre. So we're following Eve. She is an adoring girlfriend who has an impulsive streak. Oh, and okay, and she has a fear that she's wasting her youth with just one person. And then, okay, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube without getting demonetized, but she does something. And through that, she meets two people, Olivia and Nathan, and the three soon begin a relationship, one that disturbs Eve as much as it enthralls her. That sounds so interesting, and it's a relatively short book. Oh, we are talking just over 200 pages. That is beautiful. What's the first line? I'm intrigued. Yeah, can't say that on YouTube either. And then she also got me Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I recently read Good Materials, loved it so much, so I'm intrigued to try her non-fiction. I think this is a kind of sort of memoir, ? From the fiction book that I read from Dolly Alderton, she has such a comforting writing style. Like, it's very much things she learned in her 20s, and I think that's kind of the vibe of this book, and I just think it'll be right up my alley. Another 3 books added to the physical TBR. Very, very excited for those. That is probably the last book haul of this video, but hey, we've still got more good stuff coming up, so stick around. Guys, today is an exciting day. We're heading to, I think the event is called Chilton Kills, or something along those lines. It's basically some sort of thriller convention. And honestly, that is all I know. I'm going with my mum. She did send me the, like, I guess itinerary, but how I looked over it, no, not yet. That is a job for the car. I know that there are basically a bunch of like talks and panels. My mum's friend is actually an author, and I know that she is on one of the panels. I'm not entirely sure what exactly, but hopefully we can catch her. And I know that my mum also really wants to watch Ian Rankin, which would be pretty cool. So hopefully we're gonna catch him as well. And there are like a bunch of authors going, and honestly that is kind of all I know. I was going to do some research last night, and then I got home from work at like 1:30 in the morning, so I was like, well, we'll just play it by ear, see what happens. That's what we're doing today. I'm excited. I am going in a little bit blind, but you guys know me, anything bookish, I am there. We're heading off in about 10 minutes, so I will bring you along, and hopefully we have fun.
How many burgers and fries did we eat on takeaway nights? How many miles did we burn just to see a little of the world? How many times did we say we'll forever be this way? How many days?
I just got back from the event. I have a 3rd book haul for you. This was really not intended. When we got there, they gave us a couple free books, and then I also won another one that I don't know what it is yet. So we're gonna get to that. But firstly, the event was so fun. It was basically a bunch of like panels and talks. We did a bunch of different ones. So we did a bunch of like group panel talks, and then we also did, Peter James did a talk, just like him. Well, not a talk, it was like an interview, but he did one. It was basically loads and loads of thriller writers from kind of like all over, just talking about their books, and it was so nice, and it was such a lovely community, and they were all talking about how close-knit the like kind of crime and thriller writer community is, and they're all such good friends, which is so, so sweet. And it was just like a really lovely day. When we got there, they gave us a very nice little tote bag. Chilton Kills. If anyone gets to go next year, highly recommend. And on entry, they gave us this tote bag. Inside the tote bag, we got some free books, which I will show you in a second, and literally no idea why. Some pesto. I'm assuming they were sponsored. I don't know. That was a bit random. But I got that, but I also got some books. So I thought we would do another haul. And they're all thrillers, obviously, because it was a thriller event. So my thrillers are well and truly stocked up. So I got given these two on entry, but then I entered like a lucky draw for the company is called Interview Room 1, and they were kind of like, if you sign up to our mailing list, you might win a lucky dip book, and I won, which was cool. I mean, like, I wasn't the only winner, there were like 15 winners, I think, but I was one of them, and they let me pick one, and they were all wrapped up. And this was the only one that had like a little drawing on it. It had little doodles of flowers. So I thought, I'm gonna go for that one. So I thought we would open this together. Did I get anything else in the bag? I never actually looked. I think it might just be some paperwork. So I got a little program which kind of talked about all of the events. Oh wait, I got another little book. This is called The Cutthroat Trial by S.J. Fleet. And I guess it's like a tiny little mini book. It's only 46 pages. Hi, Future Editing Flo here. I'm currently editing this video. Look, that's the video you're watching. Since filming that, future me has realised that that is not a book. It's not a book. It is a 46-page extract from a book that is not out yet. Just wanted to clear that up. What's this about? Okay, it's New Year's Day and the police find the body of a 74-year-old man. 3 teenage boys are caked in the victim's blood and arrested, and then each points the finger at the other 2. Wait, that's actually so fun. Wait, I want to see if this is on Goodreads. It is on here. Oh, it has 0 ratings and it doesn't have a picture. Because it's not out yet. It's not on Goodreads because it's not out yet. Because it's not a full book. Okay, well, maybe I will be the first rating. Anyway, I guess that's the first book, although it's just like a little booklet, but it is, I don't know how well you can see it, is like literally a book. Literally not a book. That's so cute. I'm gonna do this one next because I'm really excited and I want to see what it is. I'm assuming it must be a thriller. Other than that, absolutely no idea. I don't know if the flowers give an indication. Okay, let's just open it because I'm excited now. I feel bad ruining the nice little drawing. Oh well. Oh, it's purple! What is it? You'd Look Better as a Ghost by Joanna Wallace. That is actually a sick cover. Ooh, big font, love. So we're following Claire, and the night after her father's funeral, she meets Lucas. Ooh, Lucas doesn't know, but it's not a chance meeting. Oh, it says one thoughtless, mistyped email has put him in the crosshairs of an extremely put-out serial killer. Wait, so I think, from the blurb, Claire is planning to kill Lucas, but then something goes wrong because someone is watching Claire. So I think that this is going to be, it sounds to me anyway, like a comedy thriller, maybe? It sounds kind of comedic, but actually sounds quite fun. And what an amazing cover. And the next 2 were the ones that we got upon entry, so everyone got a copy. I got Deadly Animals by Marie Tyranny. Again, love this cover. So this is following a 13-year-old who has like really high levels of intellect, and she's obsessed with animal decomposition, so like finding dead animals that are decomposing. But then while she's, I guess, like going around the woods in the dead of night looking for dead animals, she finds the body of her classmate. Again, that actually sounds quite fun, but incredibly dark. That could be scary. And finally, we got Killing Jericho by William Hussey. So this one is following a former disgraced detective who has just got out of jail. And then we have a string of bizarre murders that the police cannot solve. So I think they call in this like disgraced detective. That sounds like one my mum will really like. And hopefully I will really like it as well. Also love that all of these books have a really big font. And these are some really cool covers. Is there a cool hardcover? No, it's just red. But the dust jacket is very cool. We got 3 brand new books to add to the TBR, plus a little mini one. So I guess 4. So that stocked my thriller TBR up very nicely. I don't think there will be any more book hauls in this video. I've already had 3. which is quite a lot, but I'm not complaining. I mean, I got all of these books for free, which is very, very nice. Oh, and I also got pesto, so really a win all round. And they're all books that I've not heard of, so I'm excited to get into them. If anyone has read them, or from these authors, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, I'm pretty excited with that. Right, my pals, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you had lots of fun. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you. The next video coming out is a 24-hour readathon. It's probably one of my favourite videos ever. It may also be my longest video ever. So stick around if you want to see more. Like the video, comment down below, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. I love you. Goodbye.